Do what you do.
That's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah.
Now, guys, I've been blessed with an opportunity to have Richard in the home, man. And what people often miss and what you don't get to see is just how many good conversations we have, man. So the first conversation we're going to talk about, man, is Richard. We had a discussion about friendship and what that means, man. How hard is it to find friends in today's time? Because I met you a while ago, and I was so clear about me telling everybody to fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't talking to nobody. I don't need to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
And then I realized very quickly, especially through whiskey, to be clear, that life is about relationships, and you need solid relationships. So we're going to get into, Richard's got a crazy story, y'all.
Yeah, it's fortunate but unfortunate.
It is.
That it's like that.
Yeah, it is, man. So what's the trick to finding friends, having friends? How do you what about a friend? Like, how do you assess bringing friends in, man? Like, what does that even mean?
You know, Trev, it's hard. And it's like the older I get, the more I become gun shy, per se, to allowing people in. And what's happening is this, like, and through time, just from like, I don't deal with dudes. Like, I don't. For some reason, me and guys, we get along, but we don't get along. It becomes some type of, and not to kind of like put myself like I'm on some pedestal or something, but it's almost like it's like a sense of jealousy that they start to see and have about me. And I'm not a jealous type dude at all. Like, I cheer my homeboys on wins, and that's not reciprocated when I meet a guy.
But that goes. So go back to where did that start? Because you told me we had a good discussion on your podcast about your upbringing, and you go, man, with that type of upbringing, that type of survival mentality, how do you get to a place where you can clap for others and respect the work that someone does, and then participate and kind of cheerlead at times too? Yeah.
Well, again, background. Team environments. So I always played team sports. So it was nothing for me if I'm on defense and my offensive guy scored a touchdown to cheer him on. Or my teammate playing baseball struck somebody out. Like, they actually did the work or the task. So it's always been nothing for me. It's just a part of my foundation of cheering the next man on. Like, that's a part of teamwork, and that's a part of camaraderie that you should have. And I think a lot of the problem is a lot of people didn't play sports, didn't come from a team environment. And I'm a big believer in it's certain things that you learn about life from playing team sports, as well as one-on-one competitive sports growing up. And that's just one thing that was a big takeaway from me.
I'll talk then too about try to bridge the gap between your upbringing too, because it sounds to me like I met a dude, one of the homies back in the day. He said, Trev, the lines on that football field saved my life.
Yeah.
And it was because of his story.
Yeah.
So going to practice, participating in team sports, it not only gave him an outlet, it gave him an opportunity to go to college and do some other things that was needed for him, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, them every inch, every yard saved my life, literally. And I said, man, that's a good story. You might want to tell that one day. But
and Trent, the same thing with me. Like, had I not been in the sports as a kid, I'd be dead. Like, I would literally be dead in jail or on drugs. And that's where, in situations, a lot of guys I grew up with and guys from my neighborhood in the area that I grew up in, that's where they are. Like,
and where'd you grow up at, man?
In Portsmouth, Virginia.
Oh, man.
P-Town. Portsmouth, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, call it Tidewater area. Virginia Beach is on the East Coast, but it was rough, man. I mean, I remember literally in junior high school, my junior high school was like the field was in my backyard. And it would be nothing 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning to look outside and somebody had stole a car and set the car on fire in that field to destroy all evidence. Like, it was like, it happened once a week. Gunshots in the backyard happen all the time. You ever seen the movie Lean on Me with Joe Clark?
Oh, yeah.
You know how you had the metal detector and stuff? That's how my high school was. Dog, you had to walk through a metal detector to get in school. And it was pretty much a predominantly black school. Directly across the street was a Section 8 facility where they had stick-up days. So if you drove through that project on a certain day of the week and they didn't know you, they robbed you at gunpoint. They would literally come across the street and if they caught you at your locker and they wanted your shoes or something from you, like they rob you right in school. Like, bro, it was bad. Like it was real. And for me as a kid, it was kind of normal. Like, this is what happens. So you kind of like prepare yourself and navigate and move around those type of things because that's just what it was. So it's all a part of what's made me what I am today, though.
And if someone asks you to sum that up, or even more importantly, give them a not just a one-liner, but perspective on how many bad things had to happen for you to become a decent human being, right? Like how many things had to take place for you to have peace of mind in a sense, and even more importantly, come out on the other side of success?
True. Like the number is I have no clue because it was so many bad things that happened, and had it been not been for a man that was he was the first black Master Chief in the Navy, had it not been for me being raised by him, everything that happened, I would have took into a negative way. He taught me how to think positive and find the positive out of every situation because it's always there. It's easy, and I see people do it all the time. Oh, woe is me, and find the negative in whatever the situation is, compared to saying, yeah, that happened, but it could have been this, and focus on what it could have been to find a positive out of the situation. Like he shifted my mindset as a kid. And I was 11, 12 years old time frame. And
I know the story, and I think you said a little bit, and how did you get connected with him?
In an apartment complex. My dad and my mom divorced when I was about 3 years old. So my dad was a construction guy, worked in the government, did kind of both deals. So he had a decent amount of income at the time. My mom was a hardworking single mom with me and my sister, and I was always like this little, you know, you got that one kid that say stuff that he shouldn't say, that's thinking like, say this. I was a very sharp and logical kid. So I would always ask questions and I had a smart ass answer for everything that happened. And my mom didn't like me. She literally didn't like me as her child. It was weird. Like she used to say the most call me dummy and stupid and all these type of negative names. And this man happened to be in our apartment complex. It's a couple of doors down. He had 2 sons. I started playing with his sons, and we became like brothers, and it became this whole thing, and he took me in. I was staying with him. I left home at 11, stayed with them for a couple of years, then stayed with another family for a couple of years. I lived with 5 different families before I graduated high school.
That's the stuff people don't know, bro.
Yeah, 5 different families, bro. 5. And I wasn't adopted. Just when I got tired of staying at my friend's house, I went to my next friend's house. It was weird, but I went, and that's where it helped me too, because 2 of the families I grew up with were white families. And to be able to see what Christmas was like.
Oh, man.
Getting school clothes and supplies for when school started back up. Dog, I'll never forget. They had me like book bags and notepads and shoes and clothes. I was like, oh, snap. Like, this is all mine. Like, I literally slept in the dang on tennis shoes because Magic Johnson had some sneakers. They were black and white sneakers. I slept in the dang on shoes because I was so excited to have school clothes and some really nice shoes and stuff for school. Like, I mean, as a poor black kid, we didn't experience that. Like, it wasn't like we didn't do family vacations. Like, we was going to Water Country, USA, and taking family vacation. I'm like, this is cool. Like, I'm never going home.
So hold on. Your mom never came looking for you, man?
No, bro. And here's the thing. And here's the sad part. My dad paid child support every month, and my mom was getting the child support and getting the money and doing whatever she did. And neither one of them really checked on me to make sure I was okay. It was like I made whatever decision I wanted to make. I talked to whatever parent that I was living with and let them know what I was doing, and that was what it was. My parents is like, it was almost like I existed but didn't exist.
That is crazy.
Crazy. I can imagine an 11-year-old kid just going about his business and me not having my thumb on him. Yeah, nothing.
That is crazy. Look, this is the part where people never get this side of the journey.
Nothing,
where
dude.
You go.
Yeah.
5 families, 11 years, nobody checking and calling, don't know the power of having support.
Yes.
Until you become supported, and then you grow up and say, you know what, let me make sure other people are good every now and then. Man.
Correct.
So what's one of the things you took away from that, I guess, experience with the military guy? Mm-hmm. Like, what was something that happened that he said, hey, look, that was bad, but it could have been worse. So what was the thing that you held on to?
Hey, Trip, it was like everything that he instilled in my brain. If you could beat like they say, beat a dead horse, he beat a dead horse with positivity. Everything was positive, positive, positive. Be the best you can be. Be a freaking leader. Don't be a follower. If you're going to do something, lead. And in order to lead, you got to be prepared. You got to be disciplined. You got to be focused. You got to be determined. Like, he raised us as little warriors. And the thing that's crazy is, his two sons that he had, his actual sons, we were all very successful. We got out of the hood and out of the situation. One of them is a commanding officer in the Navy. Another one just retired a couple months ago. He was high up in the Army. I mean, high-ranking guys like Roman. He's like my brother. Like when he walked by, people sort of like they got to stop and salute him. And he's all like, we was hood kids, you know. So we all laugh about it today because we were like, man. It could have been complete opposite, but that man had such an impact where I pave it forward now. I give it back.
Yeah.
I have to.
And part of me, sitting back here, and guys, I've had tons of conversations with Richard now, and he's a place I will go for refuge at times, and even more importantly, just overall support. And we talk and we have these moments of clarity, and we go, man, we got to record this. So I say,
yes,
today's going to be a slow, impactful day where him and I hope have some I'm saying I hope like I don't know what to do, but I hope we have some conversations that impact a ton of folks, because I know when people look at you, they say, man, that dude's successful.
Yeah, and Trip, I think the part of it sometimes that becomes a little frustrating, but I kind of get it, but it's still frustrating, is they think that something was given to me. Like they people look at me and treat me and act and say certain things like I've been gifted something. I ain't like, bro, like I've never been given anything but support from some people that love me and saw something in me. But as far as money, income, and like, bro, I've earned everything I have. Like my parents didn't inherit and invest and support me financially. Like
that's going to be another one too, because there's a whole business segment we got to cover. Now, what's you and your mom's relationship today? Is she still alive?
Trev, my mom is still alive. Bless her heart. I haven't spoken to her in over 3 going on 4 years. Bro, let me tell you something. I'm a grown man at this point in life, right? And I'm in my 40s, right? My mom is like, she expects me to gift her as if I'm courting her like she's my girlfriend type thing. It's weird. She expects me to buy her lavish gifts and pay for her to come see me, and John Doe's daughter and son pay for them, give them big Christmas gift. Like I said, yo, I'm your son too. Like this should be a two-way type street. If I'm gifting you something for Christmas, you should be gifting me. Like you shouldn't be expecting me to be like your man and supply you with gifts and toys and trips like that. So we had a little dispute on the phone over it. We hung up. The next morning, she called me back and she did what she always did to me as a kid. You're a bitch ass nigga. Did it like calling me all these like negative names. Like you ain't nothing. You think you somebody, and like just completely shredded me as if I was some dude that she dated. She was cursing out. Like, bro, when I tell you, I still got the recording on my phone today. And when we ain't on camera, I'll let you listen to it. When you hear the stuff that she said, and it's my mom, it's like, I just went to my phone, blocked, went to Facebook, Instagram, all social media, blocked her completely out of my life. And it took me like 2 years to process that shit because it bothered me. So what I did in the 2-year time frame as I'm processing it, it was the weirdest thing ever. I don't talk about God and stuff a lot, but God woke me up out of my freaking sleep. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll never forget. I picked up the phone, I called and left her a voice message, and I told her I forgive her because I hated her.
Ooh.
And I don't use that word much. I hated her.
Yeah.
And I know as a Christian, I can't have that type of feeling and desire and passion in my heart. And I just forgave her. And
I think, and I respect the people who use the Christian word, but I think what you've learned before you knew anything Christianity was you understood at a young age, good, bad, ugly, and evil.
Correct.
And so
correct.
I now have a good perspective on the human that you are.
Yep.
So your human was never, like you just told me, guy beat the dead horse with positivity. Mm-hmm. You don't function well in hate, neither do I. So that's why I tell people, I'd rather stay by myself and in peace, because if I get into a situation, or if we'll use the word played or misappropriated, or someone try to take it, I'm like, nah, bro, I don't have that thing, that other thing that I don't want to go back to.
Yes.
So I don't want to do that.
No.
You know, I know peace, or at least a form of it.
Correct.
And I don't want to live in hate and hostility. It doesn't feel good.
No. And Trevor, it's the flip side of that. Mm-hmm. It's so many people, that's all they know is hate.
Oh, man.
And they've never had the fortunate ability and situation to understand and feel peace. They thrive off hate. And I'm like, bro, it's a whole different side of it. If you get and taste and live in some peace,
it's a different feeling, isn't it, man?
Man.
And I'm telling you,
there's so much joy in peace.
Look, and the peace don't come easy now, because it take a while for you to work through. Which again, I think we get through the day's work, man, we'll be able to talk about peace in a way, and what it means to be peaceful, and how would you come about inner peace, and
correct.
And then again, how that protects you from bringing bad energy in.
Yeah.
Because one bad person, believe it or not, people they like leeches. They'll suck the life out.
It will suck it out of you. I tell people all the time, you gotta protect your energy.
Always and forever, man.
You have to.
It's so interesting.
There's some energy thieves out there, bro. And that's why I call them energy thieves. And they know what they're doing. And they're just draining you.
Dude, it's awful, man.
Hey, cheering for your downfall, which is sad.
They don't know no other way, man.
Yeah. And I tell people, it's typically your homeboy or somebody of the same sex. And it's like, I mean, you talk about social media and all the comments. It's weird to me. Like, I really can't mentally wrap my brain around and understand how a stranger that don't know you or me, don't know us, and can go on a post and try to attack us negatively and say something bad about us, and they don't even know us. Yeah. I could never see myself doing that to another man.
I like Pete Davidson, or Pete, whatever his name is just on it. He's been off social media for some time, and I don't pay attention to things. I see him, and because I have so much peace, I can't even gird up the energy to like, oh my God, I'm the worst person in the world. I can't believe you feeding it. You're like, maybe.
Yeah.
But but to Richard's point, I think initially you always feel a little sick to your stomach, because it's a sickening feeling when you see, it's like, bro, do I know this person?
Yeah, it's like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like I literally ask people, I ask guys like, yo, are you all right, bro? Like, what's wrong with you for you to come at me as a man and you not know me and you attacking me?
Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you? Like, that doesn't even logically make sense. Like, if you got something negative to say, then go about your way. Like, you don't have to feel like you got to voice some negative opinion about me that you like, we only know each other, dog. Yeah, social media, but we don't know each other. Like, if you want to criticize or critique something, at least provide some feedback, not try to attack me. Say, hey man, I see the way you're doing it. My opinion is this. Don't say you're stupid, you're ignorant.
But that's the beauty about a post. So we don't post for anyone.
No, it's
I
for
post
myself.
For me.
Yeah, me too.
When someone, I'm like, bro, I would never talk to these fools.
Yeah,
I would never
correct.
talk. Richard and I have a line, an open line. We talk, call, check in, everything. My phone don't ring more than 6 times a day. If it
and mine don't stop ringing.
Exactly. I'll cut my phone off. I don't want to talk to people. It's not a thing. It's like if I become, which we're working towards, one of the biggest pet impactors in the world.
Ain't no if, it's when.
There you go. Do you think I'm not, what are we talking about? I took care of my dogs. I'm like, what's the business? Richard, we talked about business. We're going to do some of those segments. You go, okay, if I'm taking care of the business or minding my business, when you was at the peak in sales, you didn't got time to be worried about what that next man doing.
Yes.
You setting goals.
And that's the point. Like, you got a hammer on that one. You have time to.
No time.
And then it's always the people that are not successful or not winning, that's not on top of their stuff. They got all the free time to criticize, critique, and say something negative about somebody else, compared to taking that same time to build, develop, study to make their lives better.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And I, I'm a business aficionado. I love studying business. So, you don't build Apple, Microsoft, Google, and these things talking about what somebody else is doing. You build it in the experience of failure and opportunity that comes from working on your craft. Keyword's work. Working. So I'm like, when people say, hey man, you see all them comments? I'm like, nah, bro. They got that much time on it. I only ever comment on something that I see Richard. This is me like, yo man, I need to get out throw the fish. And it's only because I know the man.
Yeah.
I literally, I mean, he's physically sitting here right now.
Yeah.
And vice versa if it is open. But I would never.
Yeah.
Oh, let me say such. Even when people message me about someone stitching my video and saying that this was all wrong, I'm like, oh, he did a good job. That's why I'd be like, he did a great job. He's supposed to leverage things that he doesn't agree with, talk about his perspective, and then he hits you with a call to action in. Hey, hit me up for training. Good luck. Yeah. I ain't training y'all's dogs. Yeah. I'll survive this one and bad video. If their whole identity is rooted in reactions, that ain't my business plan or my business model. Yep. We're trying to figure out how to impact the pet world, to say the least. Well, guys, in this first segment, as you're seeing, I want to just keep it simple, quiet. My house stays relatively quiet if the dogs ain't barking, and get you guys introduced to, I think, another part of Richard that I don't think people have heard.
No.
And keep in mind, I'm still, just even with you said, I'm like, okay, we'll run to the store, come back, I'm gonna make some salmon, and then we're gonna do a fish fry, and we're gonna definitely talk about his journey, having hobbies, the importance of relationships, all that stuff. There's some stuff that I just want to capture today that I think long term could impact a lot of people, man.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah. Long term. I'm looking at the long term. Like these videos today might not, but when they go back in the future, or in the future when they go back, they said, man, dude, those guys did it.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm gonna end with this one right here. Richard, you know, I'm in that stage right now where I told someone in one of my videos I come out with, I've reached the end of the internet.
Yeah.
And you think about that, there's nothing else to watch. There's no one else, there's no one who's gonna inspire me. I made a choice moons ago to be of inspiration, and I've done that. Mm-hmm. Now it's just time to do my work. So in your case, is there anything that inspires you day in and day out that you see, or is it a choice that you make every day when you wake up to be what you want to be?
That's a really good question. Trev, for me, is the idea and the feeling and the knowing that I've wasted so much of my life, and partly wasted because I learned a lot, but trying to do what the American dream is: go to college, buy a house, buy a car, get a corporate job, a 9-to-5 job, start a family. I wasted so much of my life chasing that compared to finding what is important to me and what I love to do: dogs, working out, lifting weights, fishing, and doing the things I actually love to do.
Going on adventures, man?
Yeah, like traveling the world. Like, I love doing that stuff. And for me to be able to find a way to make income from what I love to do, and everybody said, pursue your passion and the money will come. It's true. Like, and that was an eye-opening thing for me, because I'd have never thought in a million years that training dogs and having a dog kennel and doing the things that I've done would be able to replace what I was doing in my corporate world and other jobs, because I made some fucking money, bro. Like, as a young black man with no college degree, I've made a lot of money, and I've seen it. So for me to be at this point in life and doing it my way compared to the American way, is so much more joy, so much more peace, so much more. I feel I'm so happy. Like, I'm doing it the way I want to fucking do it. I literally wake up when I want to wake up. Like, I stay up as long as I want to stay up. Yeah. If I didn't plan on really seeing you, but I said, I'm going to Dallas. I was coming for these days. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna stay another 2 days. Yeah. I can stay a week if I wanted to. Like, so to be able to have the power to do that showed me what real freedom feels like. Yeah. And I would challenge anybody to find real freedom in your life. Yeah, and guys, if you do watch this and you comment below, and I don't think we could package or do an e-manual on freedom. What I will tell you that focus, determination, drive, and learning infrastructures along with business and being around the right people can and will change who you are, where you're going, and kind of where you might end up in life. But if I can do anything through the videos, starting right now, is continue to highlight, I think, how impactful Richard's been and how impactful his life will be. That's mutual.
Hey, look, that's why we're here.
Yes, sir.
That's why we're here, because
No doubt.
I'm like, he knows I'm just warming up, and he is too. So we're like, man, let's make
That's the beauty of it. We just warming up. I got goosebumps. Like just warm, because I know it. I know about you and I know about me. We just warming up. Y'all ain't seen shit yet.
That's the
You think
point.
you seen something yet? You ain't seen nothing yet. I promise you.
That's what I love to hear, and that energy, man, it's contagious.
Yes,
but even
man.
more importantly, I've seen the man focus. He knows my focus,
Yep.
and everyone knows where I stand and how I fare. I'm not a friend to many, but this is a friend to me, man. So guys, stay tuned, man, because this is gonna be a good day today.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm excited.
Oh.